Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to Get It Right. I'm T, and today I am so excited because I'm going to show you guys how I created these beautiful polygel nail set. This is literally my first time doing my nails in polygel, and they came out absolutely stunning. They're beautiful, you guys. Look. This cost me literally less than $3. Okay, you guys stay tuned. I'm going to show you how we did it. Okay, so you guys, I am using the McArt pink and glitter set. All the links to everything I used will be provided in the description box. I'm just sizing the forms to my natural nails, and I'm going to go ahead and file down my natural nail just a bit, not too much. At this point, I'd already cleaned my cuticles, softened them up with some cuticle softener, and pushed back my cuticle. So we're just gonna file down the nail so that the polygel has something to grip to. It's very important that you do not miss this step, because if you do miss this step, your nails are not gonna last. I have some nail primer and dehydrator here, and whatever you do, do not get this on your skin, you guys. It will burn. But this dries out your nails even more so that your polygel can stick, and the primer also is an agent that helps the polygel stay on you. So one thing you want to make sure you do is prep properly, and again, that is clean up your cuticles, push them back, and apply primer, dehydrator, and base coat. That's really important. I also wanted to mention that in most of the videos that I watched, everyone was saying to size your forms or your tips from wall to wall. But I watched one video in particular that was very specific about sizing your tips or your forms just a tad bit larger than your wall to wall. And I was really confused as to why she mentioned that. And normally what works for one in the nail industry, especially the basic, works for all. But as soon as I started placing these onto my nails, I realized exactly why she said to size them just a tad bit bigger than your nail wall. And I'm going to try to show you guys why when we get to that step. So right now, I'm just placing the color polygel that I'm using inside each of the forms, and you literally just squirt a little bead into the form. And I have some alcohol here in that little blue cup. I dip my brush, and that is allowing me to work the polygel around the form. If you don't have any alcohol or polygel liquid, you will not be able to work that polygel because it is a very sticky. And if you try to dip just a plain wet brush or a brush with no liquid on it at all, that polygel is going to stick, and it is not fun. So you see how I put that tip on, and I'm just kind of cleaning it up around my cuticle and under the nail. That is to prevent any clumps or thickness around my cuticle area and under my nails. So later on, when I go to file, that will not be an issue. So again, a bead just there at the base of the nail form. And again, that brush is dipped in alcohol, and I'm literally just spreading it throughout the tip with paying special attention to spreading it thinly around the cuticle and at the base of the nail, because you don't want that to be super duper thick around the cuticles and the base of the nail, if you know what I mean. It's just gonna cause for way more filing, and it just doesn't look good. So if you can get that spread as thin as possible around the edges, it's going to save you a lot of time and energy in filing. Another thing I did that I did not notice some of the tutorials I watched doing was just evening out that tip at the top so that I don't have like a jagged situation when I take the forms off after they dry. So we're going to go ahead and speed this up so you guys, we can get to the good part. Now, I really hope that I'm able to show you guys exactly why I agree with sizing the tip out just a bit larger than your nail wall. Because when you size the tip, obviously there's nothing in the tip, right? So when you go and you put the polygel inside the tip and you spread everything out pretty evenly, and it's not super duper thick, but it still kind of expands the tip. So when you go to place it on your nail, the thickness and the bulk of the polygel kind of makes the tip rise a little bit. And so it's no longer wall to wall at that point because the polygel is a good layer of it. And so although the tip initially fit the nail wall to wall, once you place that thick polygel in there, it kind of just sits atop the nail. And when you cure it like that, you can possibly have some space on the edge and the cuticle of the nails where there should be polygel. I don't think I captured the spaces that I'm speaking about. Just know that if you go with an exact form from wall to wall, once you get that polygel in there, it's not going to fit. So my recommendation is just size it a tad bit bigger. You don't want it to fit exactly, but you don't want it to be overlapping onto your skin either. It'll save you some time in having to go back and fill in spaces after you've done your initial polygel set. So I'm just going to continue to go ahead and place the beads inside all of the forms. Again, spreading it fairly thin around the cuticle area and the sides. And then at the top, just kind of evening everything out so I don't get any super jagged edges. And one thing I also wanted to mention is to save your thumb for last, because as we know, it's at a weird angle than the rest of our fingers, and you're not going to be able to work properly if you have anything on your thumb. So it's best to go ahead and cure your first 4 fingers, get those done, and then do your nail. Now, when you put the form onto your nail, you're just gonna slightly press down, not hard. You literally, it's almost like a scooping motion. You want to scoop that form onto your nail just under the cuticle and then pull back just a little bit. And that was the best method for me, and most of the tutorials I watched also use that method. You want to make sure you clean up any gel that has oozed out, again, around the cuticle, around the skin, and also clear any bulk on the back of the nail. And make sure before you cure the nails that your forms are completely straight, because obviously when you put them on, they will move a little bit because the polygel, again, like I said, is slippery. So just make sure all your nails are straight from as many angles as you possibly can. And then you cure them for 60 seconds. So I've cured everything and taken them out of the light. And at this point, I'm just filing down because I didn't realize how long they were going to be. at this point. They were super duper long. So I'm literally just filing down to a length that I'm comfortable with. And then after I file down, I just go around the cuticle with the 180 grit. Well, one side is 180 and the opposite side is 100. And this file came with the pink and glitter set from the cart. So you guys don't have to go out and buy anything. Everything that you need comes in this kit. And again, it will be linked in the description box. So again, just filing down length and filing around the cuticle and taking off some of that length because like I said, they were super duper long. But I was flabbergasted as soon as I popped those forms off, and you literally just kind of jiggle and wiggle them after they've cured for 60 seconds and they pop right off. The forms that come in this kit are totally reusable, and they also have lines on them so that you're able to get every single nail the same size, or the same length, I should say. So had I used those lines, I probably would have known that they were going to be way too long. So you guys, I'm just taking my battery operated file from Amazon. And again, this will be linked in the description box because I love this file because I'm not a professional. I'm a total DIYer. And I felt like a lot of those files that are on the market are just way too strong for someone like me. I don't want to cut myself. I don't want to, hurt anybody that I'm going to be practicing on. So I picked up this file from Amazon. It was less than $10. It takes 2 AA batteries, and you literally just push the button and file. And it comes with a couple different extensions, which is great. It literally comes with everything you need to get your set done. By the way, you do not need an e-file. You can use a traditional manual nail file and you'll be good to go. So I'm just going around the cuticle with the 180 bit band, and you can just see me moving in one direction all the way around the nail until I get the desired thinness around the cuticle that we all desire. And this apparently prevents lifting, and it just looks good. You just want to take some of that bulk off that kind of settled in there from the form. You want to be super gentle with this. Again, if you're not comfortable with an e-file, then you can totally use a manual file to get this done as well. So done filing, I just took some alcohol in a spray bottle, sprayed my nails down, and took this terry cloth towel and just kind of wiped all the dust away from the filing. And as you can see, I am now using a small buffer to buff my nails out. And this is my left hand, you guys, because I'm right-handed. And when I tell you my right hand came out better than my left hand, I cannot tell you how. I cannot tell you why. But I turned into an ambidextrous person when I was doing this set. I was so excited after my right hand got done and I kind of worked out all the kinks. So my left hand was a breeze. I'm sorry, my right hand was a breeze. So here we go. Just going in with the top coat. And again, that came with the pink and glitter McArt polygel kit. This kit also came with a total of 6 different colors, a brush, a scoop, a polygel slip solution, the 100/180 grit file, some rhinestones, and some glitter. So you guys can see after I've applied the top coat and cured for 60 seconds, this is the final result. I'm actually showing you guys the finished left hand and then my prepped right hand. But yeah, I mean, wow, I'm amazed. I wanted to also let you guys know we are still at it with our Shein giveaway. Description and rules will be in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. Get it right.